Good morning, I'm Chef Michelle Bernstein. I'll bet that most of you have macaroni and cheese on your all-time bestest preferred favorite foods. Well, stay where you are to open some new tastes to mac and cheese. Next on SoFlo Taste. How fun is that? Good morning all, I'm Chef Michelle Bernstein and I'm standing in the Goya Kitchen in the Culinary Lab at Florida Education Institute in Coral Gables. Welcome all to SoFlo Taste. If you're anything like I am, and since you're watching, I'm guessing you love food too, then there are a few foods you've loved since you were a kid. A grilled cheese sandwich, a pizza, and of course, beluga caviar, but sorry about that one. I guess I had a sophisticated palate back then too. But one food most of us put on our list of favorites is always macaroni and cheese. Stay with me as I give you some old and some new mac and cheese recipes, and I promise I'll skip the caviar. Let's get cooking. All right, we're gonna make you a burger mac and cheese, but of course a cheesy burger mac and cheese. So what we have going on in here is a little ground beef. So we got some nice lean burger meat for this one. This is a beautiful 90-10 ground of beautiful meat. So I got the meat, of course, from my friends over at Milam's Market. And don't forget, Milam's are still ground zero for your favorite teams push to the NFL playoffs and a college bowl game. These family-owned and operated markets have been doing it for 40 years, over 3 generations of Milam's. They have assorted platters, they make salsa, salads, craft beers. They are ready for cook-off. So check them out, milamsmarkets.com. Good luck to your team from the Milam's Market in Sunny Isles Beach, Coconut Grove, Pinecrest, Miami Springs, and 2 locations in Coral Gables. All right, so the meat's cooking. I added onions once the meat was finally rendered and cooked. The next thing I'm gonna add is a little bit of chopped garlic, just a touch in there. Mix that around. Okay, we're gonna do a little tomato sauce. Now, I'm not gonna use my fancy tomato sauce that I use. We don't want that Italian basil flavor, right? We're just going with a very basic tomato sauce. Okay, just so you know. Let's stir that around a little bit. Okay, next thing we're adding is a little milk. Let that get nice and hot. We're gonna just let that come to a boil. I'm adding salt, pepper, and the tiniest little bit of sugar. We're gonna need it just to balance it out because you don't want the tomatoes' acids to be too strong. This is all about the creaminess of the mac and cheese and the melting cheese flavor. All right, it's coming to a boil now. So for each dish that I'm making, I'm using a different cut of pasta. So for this one, I'm using elbow macaroni. Now there's a reason why we do different cuts of pasta depending on what we make. Sometimes if you really want the pasta shape to hold on to the sauce, or let's say little pieces of meat, you'll want a little curvature in your pasta. If it's just about the sauce and you want the sauce to go inside the whole of the pasta like a penne, then you use the penne. This is very old traditional ideas that came from Italy. It's genius, because if you think about it, for every sauce there's a cut of pasta. It's pretty cool. This is a good old American burger mac and cheese, so of course this is gonna be more of a traditional pasta. But I par cooked all of them for the sauces today to go for a mac and cheese experience, but it also makes it easier for you, because you can have the pasta done. It can be made 2 days ago if you want to, and then you make your sauce and mix it all together, and you have mac and cheese ready for dinner. And everything is cooked just about 2 minutes before package directions say so, because by the time you add it in here and it gets all hot, it continues to cook. We're gonna add the cheeses. Here I have just some cheddar and jack, and this is gonna melt right into the sauce, like so. And I had to use American, because you know, this is like such a perfect American recipe, but also I have to have melting American cheese on my burger. It's how I grew up. I think American cheese is such the perfect melt for a burger. I don't think anything melts as well. That's why I do it. Let's go ahead and mix. And at this point, we're almost ready for our pasta. So it's a really simple recipe. All right, so this looks pretty melty, delicious. I'm gonna add the pasta and let it cook a minute. When you come back, we'll serve ourselves a bowl and see how it comes out. And of course, I've got very exciting recipes coming up for mac and cheese, so come right back for more. I've got more from the Goya Kitchen and the Culinary Lab at Florida Education Institute. Come on back, I'll be waiting.
Come back to SoFlo Taste from the Goya Kitchen at the Culinary Lab at Florida Education Institute, here on Local 10. It's a Milam's Markets Minute. Here's Melinda Harper.
So we all know that Milam's has a wonderful wine selection, the winery, but I did notice your seltzer section here. Can you tell me what you've got here?
So we have some vodka-based High Noon. That's a general one. I think everyone's had a High Noon before. And then some tequila ones like Casa Azul. Another tequila one is Onda. They're always on sale, by the way. And then Hey Hey's a gin one.
Gin and juice looks interesting.
By Dre and Snoop.
Yes,
that is interesting. Snoop is all over the Olympics, so I think this might be a great seller right now.
Right? I love your selection of seltzers. It's going to give me something to try for the next few weeks coming ahead. So thank you so much, Christy.
Yeah, it's perfect for the pool or for the tailgate season.
Or for a movie night. So if you're in the mood for beer, non-alcoholic beer, or seltzer, head to a Milam's near you.
We have 6 locations in Miami-Dade County. Big beer, seltzer selection. And if you can't make it, we also deliver online. You can visit our website, and we deliver to Broward, Miami-Dade, and we've got you covered.
You're going to want to check out the selection in the store. It's amazing.
Welcome back to SoFlo Taste. Florida Education Institute's Culinary Arts program offers students a unique education that focuses on the international culinary fundamentals. In just months, you can graduate from the FBI Culinary Arts program, begin your exciting new career on the dynamic SoFlo culinary scene. For more information, visit fei.edu/culinary-arts or talk to Isa Leal, who's right here, who is the director, hi beautiful, of this incredible establishment.
Gracias. Thank you so much for having me again. We miss you.
You can be here every day.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate everything that you do. I look up to you big time, okay?
Thank you. Anything new going on here at the culinary school?
I have nowhere to start. We have international chef coming in. We have the new restaurant. We have a lot of activities with the new students. It's just incredible, incredible.
How's the restaurant going and where is it?
It's fully run by students.
Wow.
Right now, they're doing inventory. They're doing this. They pop-up dinners. It's magical. It's magical. They just don't want to leave the restaurant.
Tell everybody where to find it.
Oh, so the restaurant is located in Calle 8. It's 5915 Southwest 8th Street. It's called Vivo. It's full of life with our students.
This is the name.
Yes.
I want to show everybody how the cheeseburger mac and cheese came out. It is trashy but absolutely delicious, and I loved it. And I'm hoping everybody here will taste it. But right now we're actually going to make a shrimp scampi mac and cheese.
Amazing.
I hope so. I hope so. So Isa, you're going to help me make the bechamel.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to make the scampi part of it.
Perfect.
And we will unite.
Perfect.
As usual, I didn't measure out perfectly the butter. So add enough flour to where it gets nice and thick.
Okay.
But don't go too crazy with all of it.
Because you already added the butter, right?
The butter and the onions are cooking.
Okay, I'm just gonna add then a little bit, and then.
Well, no, you can add at least 3/4. You don't have to be so delicate. We're making mac and cheese, for goodness sakes.
I think that's good, right? A little more?
No, a lot more.
Vamos. Un poquito más.
Dale. Casi todo. Almost all of it.
Vamos.
Should we do this in Spanglish?
Hay que
¿Sabes qué?
hacerlo.
Dámelo todo.
Okay, vamos.
Which I just said to her to give it all to me.
Yeah,
All
just
right.
everything.
All right, perfect. So you can start working that. I'm going to add the oil here. So I decided to make the scampi starting out with olive oil, and then we're going to do white wine. But then we're going to add butter to thicken it a little bit to make it kind of saucy. As soon as you feel ready, you can add about half of that chicken stock and half of that milk.
I think we're ready, right, Chef?
I think
A
so.
little more?
Nah, you can go for it.
Half of it.
I'm going to go ahead and softly cook the shrimp. I don't want too much color in it. I want it to be nice and gentle. And all that garlic goes in there as well. I'm going to season it with salt, a little pepper, and then I'm going to add a little touch of cayenne pepper. If you have milk yet, you can add half the milk.
Half the milk.
Okay.
It's getting thick. Look.
Perfect. Now add half that milk and go ahead and keep stirring that up, my love.
Got it.
We don't want the shrimp to overcook. As a matter of fact, we want to cook them just a hair under.
Look at this. Perfect.
That's beautiful. Yeah, keep going crazy stirring that if you don't mind. We don't want any lumps. Now I'm going to add a little bit of dry white wine to the shrimp. I'm going to raise the temperature. We want to deglaze this pan with a shrimp flavor, but we also want to make a sauce in here. That looks beautiful.
It
Yeah,
does.
keep going. We want it just a hair thicker. Yeah, I think you are good. I think I'm going to lower this. Go ahead and take half of that cheese.
Half of this.
Yeah, this is the cheddar, the white cheddar. That's perfect. And add half of the mozzarella, which obviously there's a lot more mozzarella. I didn't want to mask the flavor of the scampi, so I chose mozzarella just to keep it nice and more soft.
neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add butter to thicken the sauce of the scampi, as well as some parsley.
This is lovely, chef.
So once that really melts all the way,
Yes.
we're gonna start adding pasta. Look, I have a beautiful thick sauce now, so I'm going to shut this off, and we're done with the scampi part of this. All right, so I actually made, if you want to grab the farfalle,
Look at
we
that.
made this fun shape here because what we want to do is absorb the flavor and the cheesiness. That's why I went with kind of a small farfalle, and this one, plus it's pretty.
It's pretty. I was
Yeah.
gonna say that. Perfect for the kids.
Yeah, it's kind
perfect
of
for
delicate
bite size.
looking.
Yes.
Exactly. All right, so this is,
Needs more arm. There you go.
so that's done. I'm going to go ahead and add pasta to it. And this will take a nice amount of pasta. Let's see what that looks like if you want to stir that in.
Yes.
What I'm going to do now is pour
Okay.
all of these juices
Oof.
and just part of the shrimp into that. Let's grab our bowl. And I also have one of my absolute favorite toppings. This is a bit of a crutch for me.
What is
I
that?
always make breadcrumb gremolata.
Oh.
So it's toasted breadcrumbs with a little bit of lemon zest, which I totally forgot to add in here. I was thinking about adding lemon zest to this, but I didn't. So let's go ahead and serve a little serving of this. Ay, qué rico. Hold that.
Yes.
Thank you, my love. Let's put a little bit of shrimp right over the top of it. Ay, Dios mío.
No
I'm
pasa
pouring
nada.
shrimp todos lados. I'm sorry, my love.
Flying shrimps.
And then a gremolata over the top.
Look at that.
And there you have it, everybody. Isa's
No, come on,
shrimp al
chef.
ajillo.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can I eat this?
Yes, you can.
Okay, a fork, please.
We'll see what's cooking on SoFlo Taste right after this.
One love, one heart, one destiny. Hi, I'm Linda Harper for SoFlo Taste, and while it may look like I'm on a tropical vacation in Jamaica, I'm actually right here in Miami Gardens at the Dutch Pot to enjoy their new fine dining restaurant. Candy, just stepping out of the elevator and taking a look around, this looks amazing. Please tell me all about it.
Well, I want to invite you to the Dutch Pot Jamaican restaurant, our exclusive experience, taking you to Jamaica right here in Miami. Dunn's River Fall. This is in Ocho Rios, Jamaica. This was designed with you in mind.
This is simply amazing. I see we have a cove here.
Yes, I'm taking you to St. Elizabeth, Jamaica, where we have the Holland Bamboo Cove.
I love the bamboo, and again, the sky is such a beautiful touch. What are we looking at here?
Well, welcome to Runaway Bay, St. Anne, Jamaica, Green Grotto Cave. And guess what? We even provided some bats in the
love it.
cave.
Bats in the cave.
Real experience.
What do we have here?
Well, I could say, welcome to Dutch Pot. And I'm going to take you straight to Kingston. And in Kingston, you are going to have the Rasta experience. Welcome to the Manchester room. And this room is designed for small parties. This room, you will experience exclusivity for your small meeting settings or your small group settings.
The Dutch Pot exclusive dining experience is only available on the second floor of their new Miami Gardens location. Along with the intimate setting, there's also a special menu. The food and the service are both amazing. The only way to have the exclusive Dutch Pot dining experience is to make a reservation. Go to DutchPot.com, follow the links, and prepare to be blown away.
Welcome back to SoFlo Taste. Today's recipes, along with all others, are available on the SoFlo Show's webpage. Just scan this quick response code for a quick trip to the informative SoFlo Show's page with SoFlo Health and SoFlo Home Project there too. You'll also see this QR code on the ingredient list throughout the show. Now back to my, hey, mac and cheese. I don't know about you all, but my favorite soup is French onion soup. Why not make a French onion soup macaroni and cheese, right? It all kind of works together. So what we did was, in here, I have onions caramelizing. They've been caramelizing and I think they're looking pretty beautiful. They've been cooking in oil with a little pinch of sugar and butter and a little bit of thyme that's kind of bundled up in there too, which I can pretty much at this point remove. We have a nice amount of butter in these onions, and I did a little more than usual so that I can turn this into a roux. So let's go ahead and do just that. So I have flour here. I'm going to kind of go little by little with this one because I don't want it to be too much roux to not enough fat. So let's see how it goes. All right, so this is actually looking pretty good for a roux with caramelized onions. So just like in French onion soup, I'm going to go with a lot of the traditional ingredients. Number one is some dry sherry. So this is the sipping sherry, not creamy though, dry, not sweet. Okay, that goes in. So I let that burn out, which is already done. Now I'm going with the next traditional ingredient. You have to use beef broth for French onion. It is what it is. You can buy it. I wouldn't even bother making it for this recipe. And that should thicken up really nicely. We made a roux with the caramelized onions, and that will thicken up almost everything I give it today. So you have to keep stirring because the flour is really sticking to the onion, which is great, but it's going to want to burn the bottom of this pot, so you have to really work it. Let's go ahead and now add the milk to make it more creamy for macaroni and cheese. And this one I'm going to go a little delicate with. I don't want it to get too much liquid, even though I have a good amount of cheese. And by the way, the cheeses I'm using are the same cheeses that you would find in a traditional French onion soup as well, the Gruyere. But we added a little bit of cheddar for the creaminess of the cheddar. So this has not been seasoned yet, okay? So I would like to start seasoning it now. So let's go ahead and start adding salt. Now remember, we're putting in salty cheeses, so don't go too crazy. The pepper is essential. Black pepper, you will always find a nice amount of black pepper in French onion soup. Now it's looking good. It's super creamy. Everything has combined. I can smell the sherry. And this to me smells like French onion soup. And that's what I was looking for. So now I'm gonna add the Gruyere, being the most important cheese. I'm going to lower the heat a little bit so it does not burn. Some of the cheddar. And let me show you the pasta that I chose. So this is a fusilli, the little coils, right? And again, cooked al dente, so a couple minutes before package directions. And why did I pick the coil? Why do you think? Because I'm hoping the onions get wrapped up in this coil. I want that to just stick to that pasta deliciously. So what we're going to do is, once these cheeses melt, I'm going to go ahead and toss the pasta into it. A little bit of parsley is going to get mixed up. Pour it into a baking pan and then cover it with more cheese. And we're going in a really hot oven. And I'm hoping to create a beautiful, melty, delicious goodness. So come right back, Taste Buds, to SoFlo Taste on the one and only Local 10. And we'll see how our French onion mac and cheese comes out together. Back to SoFlo Taste right after this. Welcome back to SoFlo Taste. If you've missed it, which it's a shame that you did, we made some crazy good mac and cheese recipes, and the last one is in my oven. This one is a French onion soup, macaroni and cheese. I topped it with some cheese, put it in a really hot oven, and now I'm going to take it out and see what it looks like. This is really cool. Holy macaroni, literally. Talk about a big finale. Now check that out. All of our recipes came out so good today. I'm so excited for you to try them. Did I give you some new ideas for mac and cheese? Well, I sure hope I did. Next week, I've got an excellent show, a deviled egg-cellent show. I'm breaking some eggs to bring you recipes for the fan favorite. Join me for a deviled egg show on the next SoFlo Taste. Now let's check in with Hunter to hear what's on SoFlo Health tomorrow afternoon. So Hunter, what have you got for us?
Hey there, Michelle. Tomorrow on SoFlo Health, I'm recovering from a cold, so I'm going to show you how I recover from a cold by actually doing so. I feel about 80% better, but I'm going to show you what I do to get better even faster and feel good while doing it. Then we go and visit your friend Chef Paula Da Silva, who's making your Brussels salad recipe. And we'll also see what else she's doing to honor James Beard award-winning chefs like yourself. It's all right here tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. on the one and only Local 10 for SoFlo Health.
So Taste Buds, thanks for spending time with me. I'll see you next week for a deviled egg extravaganza. I couldn't resist, sorry. Goodbye. Mwah. Good taste.